Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Good evening. Good evening. This is my third live stream for the day, so we're getting it in today. It is currently June the 22nd, 2025. It is currently 8:19 p.m. Y'all press one if y'all can hear me clearly. I think I had some audio issues earlier, but y'all press one if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay, I appreciate it. So it's pretty much, I was just watching a live link over there in Tel Aviv. I just heard some sirens going off, so I'm not sure if they're still bombing and attacking Tel Aviv, but we have began the new week of trading. So the new week of trading across all markets has begun, especially the crypto market. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to cover some headlines, and we're going to continue what we've left off at from earlier. Make sure y'all smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all joining as always. Subscribe if you're brand new. Share the link if y'all got it. And Barton K, what you talking about? Poof, and he's gone. What you talking about over there? What you talking about over there? But let's review some of these prices. Earlier in the day, XRP was selling off. I believe it went down to like $1.95. I'm gonna have to look at it again. I was live streaming price earlier, but let's review some of these prices. Currently, XRP is currently trading at 202. I am bearish. I expect price to go down lower. What's up, Tino? Shout out to you. Barton K, you say you sorry you was on the wrong station. What are you talking about? But anyway, Stellar, XLM currently trading at 22 cents. XDC trading at 5 cents. HBAR trading at 13 cents. Some great opportunities right now in the market, y'all. Some great opportunities. Bitcoin, $100,000. It went under 100K earlier in the day. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to kind of, I'm going to take a closer look at Bitcoin. I need to further analyze it. Ethereum currently trading at $2,230. Algo, 16 cents. DAG, 3 pennies. IOTA currently trading at 14 cents. ZBEC under a penny. ICP, Internet Computer, 4.57. Ondo, 67 cents. Solana, $132. Flare Networks, 1 penny. SHX, 1 penny. And we got Chainlink down to $11. Oh, what's up, Jay Manson? What's up? Appreciate y'all joining, man. Appreciate y'all joining. If y'all just subscribing or just joining, please hit the like button. Share the link. And if y'all want to sign up to the Patreon, the link is in the description below. Sign up to the Patreon, get access to the community. I'm trying to build a community up, so I need some people to come over there and participate. Let's go ahead and look at some live footage right now. This is live footage over there in Tel Aviv. It is currently nighttime over there. I'm not sure what time it is. I have to look at my clock, but we got a live feed from Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Haifa. And it looks like down here in the bottom right hand corner, we got a lot of downed airplanes, not a lot of flights. Pretty much all airlines are grounded in Israel right now, and pretty much no fly zone in Iran either. There's no fly zone in Iran, so I don't see any planes flying above Iran. So live military flight tracking. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to go check that out. See if I can find the link to that. What's up, SR? Do you see XLM going lower? Yes, I do see XLM going lower. I see everything going lower. We're gonna get into it. Let's go ahead and get some of these headlines out the way, and then we're gonna get into price action. So let's come over to the news. This is the latest as of recently today. If y'all haven't heard, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, they are preparing for possible attacks in the United States. So why the hell will we go off and go ahead and strike Iran, knowing that's a possibility, putting United States citizens at risk? You know what I'm saying? And there's no really way to stop a terrorist attack. We've been having small, minor incidents within the United States for some years now. So why would we go off and do that? Y'all tell me. I don't have the answers, but let's check this out.
Tonight, Americans are being warned of a, quote, heightened threat environment following the U.S. strikes and mounting Middle East tensions. CBS's Chanel Call is in New York with more on the impact here in the United States. Chanel.
And Jerika, sources telling CBS News that the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI will be hosting a call later tonight with law enforcement and governors from across the country to discuss the current level of threat and how to prepare for possible attacks here at home. Outside some religious, cultural, and diplomatic sites in Washington, D.C. and New York City, there is a heightened police presence.
There is no one clear, credible threat towards our city, but out of an overabundance of caution, we're going to make sure we have proper preparation.
The Department of Homeland Security is now warning cyber attacks are likely, and attacks by violent extremists are possible.
The fear is real, the concerns are real.
Mark Traeger with the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York says requests for extra security resources are pouring in.
My message to folks in our community is, be vigilant.
People associated with the U.S. military or government could also be at risk, according to CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd.
We are likely at the most heightened threat level that we've been in decades. Iran does have operatives here in the United States, and Iran also has the ability to inspire attacks.
And currently, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says there are no credible specific threats against the homeland. Jerika?
Chanel Call reporting in New York City tonight. Thank you.
So y'all heard it first, you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard it first. I do expect some terrorism, minor terrorism going on in the United States. So y'all most definitely stay vigilant out there. You don't know what's coming out of left field. So you gotta be ready, stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. Okay. Appreciate everybody joining. What's up, Gabrielle? Shout out to you. What's up? Let me get a quick roll call. Y'all shout out where y'all from. The next piece, the next article I want to check out is, let's see what I got next. Oh, I like to get the sentiment from the people. So I seen a lot with Gen Z. The draft, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all remember last year? I want to say, I forgot what time, but don't y'all remember sometime, I want to say probably the third quarter of 2024, I forget, but they was introducing the draft bill for drafting these young kids out here for the military. And that was very sketchy. And here we are, you know what I'm saying? Now Gen Z and the youth, they're kind of nervous right now. What's up, Lenny? Shout out to you, Daryl. Shout out to Southern California. Shout out to Chi-Town in the building. Shout out to Chi-Town. So yeah, man, they was trying to implement the draft last year. I don't know what happened with that. I think they actually passed that through Congress, and they quietly snuck that in there. Shout out to Florida in the building. But yeah, they definitely quietly snuck that bill in there. And now Gen Z is concerned about getting drafted. So I want to go to the streets. I like to get the sentiment from the people, how they feeling. And let's go ahead and check that out right quick. Let me pull that up. Let's go ahead and pull that up right quick.
I'm kind of scared, but don't worry, guys. I've been trained for this.
Hey, I just wanted to get on here and say that, we just did the strikes on Iran. We just entered the war officially, so there's not a lot I'm allowed to say, but just for y'all's loved ones' sake, I hope y'all have some supplies. Like, I hope y'all got some a place to go, so some supplies, and things are gonna start getting crazy. So we've been eating a lot of lobster dinners recently, and if you know, you know. Y'all stay safe out there. This is not to scare anybody. This is just to let y'all know that things are about to get pretty wicked. So stay safe and watch out for each other. Amen.
It seems like every day is just getting worse.
actually been seeing a lot of like military videos. Like, are we gonna survive?
Barely two. This has been public and
Like, are we gonna?
so we're all clear. America's about to go to war with a country that has 0 nuclear weapons. 0, none. No matter what they tell you, this has been public information that they're expecting you not to know or look for. We are going to war with Iran, a country that barely makes up a fraction of the US. Barely 2 Texases. That is the country that Trump is calling a pressing threat. It's also a bold-faced lie. Because what other country do we know has like grievances, issues with Iran? Israel. Israel has been trying to get us in this fight for 35 years. For all the American isolationists, this is their fight, not ours. This war is not going to help you or save you. It's definitely not protecting you. This is money coming out of your taxpayer dollars to fund pew-pew-pewing of men, women, and children across the globe. That's what's going on. Do not let Trump or anyone else tell you that this war is going to save you or help you or that it's necessary. It's never been necessary. I'm on the train right now, but please do not be stupid. This is literally ridiculous. And it's a product of miseducation and miscommunication. This never had to be the outcome. Ever.
Yo, before we enter World War III, I just would like the government to know that I am pregnant and unable to fight for this country.
So Trump just bombed Iran and then sat there and said he wanted peace. But this is why I'm upset. It's because Iran had already said if Americans do anything, that they're going to target military posts in Middle East. In Kuwait alone, there are families that is a duty station. And I don't know why people got this misconception that soldiers sign up to die. But baby, I know I didn't. And I know I don't want anybody that's in the service to die. Now, do we know what come with it? Yes. But nobody signed up to die for nothing. Especially, I'm irritated. And then on top of that, we can't even afford it. Eggs is high as hell. Groceries high as hell. But for a president to directly not give a fuck about the personnel in his military, really signing them up to fucking die and go on a pointless ass war after we just got out of one, I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed.
Hey, Iran, please don't bomb us. And by us, I mean the U.S. Like I did a major in poli-sci and major in English. So I'm sorry if this is an insensitive message. Hey, Iran, please don't bomb us. This is really scary, like really, really scary. Everyone make sure to vote and stay safe and protest what you believe in and raise up the voices of the oppressed. I'm scared tonight.
Style and substance in the
Somebody said Trump making us go to war because we didn't come to his birthday party. Oh my God.
So he bombed Iran, and for fucking what? You bombed Iran. You bombed Iran. You didn't even go to Congress and let them vote on it. You just did what the fuck you wanted to do. Again, point in case, we have a as our fucking leader. Like, what the fuck are we really doing? I want to live until mother 30. What the fuck are you doing? I really want to know. And the crazy part about this is, I hate to say it, and I don't want to sound like... I feel like war was inevitable. But I also feel like this was a part of his stupid-ass plan. I feel like he knew this was going to happen. I feel like he knew the steps to take to get here. And now he's putting everybody in a fucked up situation that he didn't even allow the people that does these jobs to actually vote and do their job to do the right thing. There's steps. There's ways to go to this. There's ways to get there. You just skipped over everybody and said, boom, bitch. Good luck. Bitch, Hunger Games. So I guess we're at war.
So my job in the military had nothing to do with nuclear defense. But I want you to ask yourself this question. Now, we're going to just use common sense. If a country has a nuclear weapon, we know that they have a nuclear weapon, or either they're working on acquiring a nuclear weapon and they have nuclear facilities. Would we then put our B-52s in the air and whatever other bombers that we are using, will we then develop a strategy with another country to bomb not one, not two, but 3 of their said nuclear facilities? Because common sense says to me, if you bomb a nuclear facility, there is a high chance, probability that some of those nuclear weapons will be stored at the nuclear facility, and that could be a potential disaster. It's all lies. It is all lies from every side. They are all lying, and it's motivated by money, power, and greed, and it pisses me off to the highest level.
Social media can be an unserious place, and I know we're going to probably get some jokes off about this, but right now this is very serious, especially for me and my family as an Army wife, and for all of the military families out there, whether you are a spouse, whether you are a child, whether you are a close of kin. This is uncertain and it's scary. My husband has already fought in 2 wars. He was deployed right after 9/11 hit, and then again in 2008. So I've been through those, and this was way before technology was this advanced. Like, I have been.
It's time for her husband to get out the military, man. He been fighting since at 9/11. It's 2025. It's time for him to get up out of there, man. He should have been out of there. But I'm gonna continue. Man, these some crazy videos, man. My honest opinion, Americans aren't ready. You know what I'm saying? The people don't want this. But like I said, I mentioned this earlier, like, we didn't vote for this. Like, one of the dude with the colorful hair, he said, you know, Congress didn't even vote on this. They just doing what the hell they want. So I'm just of the opinion, like, hey, we might as well invest it and bet on it. You know what I'm saying? We might as well invest in all this shit and then bet on it. So what else can we do? We can't do nothing at all. We just got to be drug along into this. So the best thing to do is bet on it, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else can we do? Sit back. Everybody got an opinion, and all we can do is bet on it and speculate on it. Shout out to you, Scott. Appreciate it. It's the golden age. Gabrielle, you said, I feel the lady. It's not easy being the spouse of a for sure. And I feel like, hey, it's time. He should have made the decision a long time ago to get up out of there, man. Like, I'm sure you got all the benefits. You got what all you could get in the military. At some point, you got to use them. You can't let them use you. So at some point, you know, you got to make your exit and get into some new shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just my honest opinion. Yes, knowledge is definitely power. What's up, Law Docs? How is the weekly candle close going? We're gonna look at it. Law Docs. We're currently going over headlines, news, sentiment, etc. This all is important. So we're gonna get to the markets here shortly. Let's continue this video right quick.
On the phone with my husband and a bomb going off and not speaking to him for 2 weeks. I am just praying for the U.S. and I'm praying for all of the military families, because I don't know right now. So I know we're going to joke, but right now this is serious for a lot of people. Just remember that.
I just want to let everybody be aware that Donald Trump and a bunch of rich and elite higher up government workers and billionaires have access to a plane that will keep them safe for a good amount of time, has all the stuff that they need, fuel, food, all that stuff, and they will be taken care of, while the rest of us will see if World War III happens or not. But they do have a plane that is prepared right now, currently as we're speaking, in Washington, D.C., and I just wanted to let everybody know that please take this a little bit more seriously. And also, to the people who are making a joke out of World War III, get a damn grip. Y'all are weird as hell, and I just need y'all to comprehend that this is actually gonna happen one way or another. But like, making a joke out of it is like not even okay. And the genocide that the Palestinians have been going through is so crazy and bizarre in today's society that this has been going on for more than 2 years, and it's so frustrating. I really pray for the Palestinians, Iranians, and just so you know, all the Trumpies out there, y'all are not safe. Your savior is not gonna save you. I don't even understand why they voted for Donald Trump, but good luck. I wish y'all something. Bye, y'all.
If we supposed to be getting bombed on Thursday, right? I get paid that Friday though. You see what I'm saying? Can they at least hold off to like Saturday or Sunday, so we ain't got to go to work on Monday? Like, who I talk to? You know? Do they have like a corporate number I can call, or like a manager I can speak to?
We need a strong anti-war movement in this country. I'm minding my business about to go to bed. I check my phone only to see that the U.S. has just sent missile strikes to Iran to strike Iranian nuclear facilities. Does anyone else think it's crazy that the president is able to, it seems like, have unlimited power when it comes to striking other countries without the authorization of Congress? Like, I'm understanding that because of the Iraq War and what George Bush did, maybe it set a very bad precedent that President Trump does not need to go to Congress to get permission for these maneuvers. Because if you ask me, striking another country with missiles is an act of war, right? And if you need Congress's permission to be able to go to war officially, you should also need Congress's permission to be striking foreign countries. This is so unbelievable and ridiculous. Like, have we not done enough damage in Iran? Have we not destabilized Iran enough? Have we not done enough with the war? And you guys learned nothing. You learned nothing. You said run it back, actually. The nuclear scientists who were at the sites dead. And for what? Why? Why did they have to die? Because Iran is getting nuclear weapons. The same thing y'all have been saying for 20 years. Iran has weapons of mass destruction. You guys are liars. You lie, you lie, you lie. And even if what you were saying is true, explain to me how this justifies bombing a foreign country. Doesn't Israel have nuclear weapons? Doesn't India have nuclear weapons? Doesn't Pakistan have nuclear weapons? Doesn't France have nuclear weapons? Doesn't the UK have nuclear weapons? Like, I can go on and on. How would we have taken it if when we were developing our nuclear weapons program, France had decided to bomb us? Like when Henry Kissinger said the West requires nothing so much as men to invent their own reality.
All right, y'all. All right, I got a troll up in here. 1 second, you know what I'm saying? Let me see right quick. Metro Rangers. You already know you about to be gone. Let me pull this comment up here. This, you know, I got time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna come on my show dictating shit. I'm gonna make an example out of you. So what do you say? You say, man, your show used to be unique and awesome. Now it sucks balls. If I want to watch black folks. Damn, boy. Black fools. You must be racist as hell. I just watched Doc Rich and Anton videos. Oh, and you need to read the War Powers Act. Okay. Let me get you up out of here. I'm gonna turn your screen black. How about that? Let's do that right quick. Let's go ahead and get you up out of here. All right, he's gone. He's definitely gone. So I gotta make an example out of y'all. Y'all don't come in my house dictating shit. I gotta put my foot down already. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making this shit entertainment. I still do what I do. So I try to be diverse for, you know, my community. At the end of the day, this is my community. And we can have fun. We don't always have to be about technical analysis and charts and whatnot. We can talk about things that are relatable to the market. So this is about people and their sentiment, human beings. You know what I'm saying? If you want more access to what I do, y'all sign up to the Patreon. If you got a problem with it, what I'm doing right now, you can just click the link in the description. And if you want anything dealing with technical analysis, and I ain't doing it right now, you can go pay for it. Click the link in the description if y'all want access to my high-level TA. You know what I'm saying? What I do. I don't need YouTube. This is my entertainment at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? This is a hobby for me. I don't take this shit serious at all. So I can have fun if I choose to. So let me make that clear. So if y'all got a problem with what I'm doing, y'all can clearly hit the exit. You got it? Okay, let's keep going.
He didn't lie. This is the only thing that he said that wasn't a lie. It's like they are living in a completely different reality where it is rules for everybody else in the whole world and not for the United States. And we can just act with impunity and do whatever we want. And I know Netanyahu is happy. He is glad that he dragged us into his conflict again. that the United States is being used like a pawn by Israel because of Israel's interests that are not our interests, and that's not even the point. It's about the humanity of the situation and the lack of humanity in the Trump administration's actions. We need an anti-war movement yesterday. Like, the backlash from this, let it be swift and let it be decisive and clear so that the administration can hear that America does not want.
OL, the same with me, OL. I don't have TikTok. So seeing these videos are like kind of refreshing for me. You know what I'm saying? It allows me to see other people. Now, I don't have TikTok. I don't scroll on TikTok. I don't even have the app on my phone. So seeing these videos is like, you know, seeing people's reaction. I actually enjoy it, but doing it all day, yeah, I can't do that all day. But occasionally I like to see these videos, and you know, it's real good sentiment for me. So I'm gonna continue. Let me skip through her though. Let me see right quick. She long and drawn out. Let me see. And then we're gonna move on shortly. But this is pretty much Gen Z innovation. This is pretty much Gen Z and some millennials, you know what I'm saying? People have issues with the war. Y'all, how, you know, the older generation is like, oh, y'all need to toughen up, etc., which I understand that. I was raised by the older generation, but I am connected to the younger generation as well. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're different. They're not the same as some of y'all older people. It just is what it is. You can't be like, hey, you know, America has been spoiled for decades, you know what I'm saying? And these kids get what they want. iPads, tablets. Most people, some countries don't even have access to the shit we got in America. So how do you expect these kids not to feel some type of way about going out there to die on the battlefield like some of y'all did that came before? You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but I'm just saying. Don't nobody want to die for this shit. We did not sign up for this shit. So I got some sympathy for the youth. So that's why I'm covering them. And most of the time, the youth, they aren't investing. Like, most of my subscribers are 30 and up, 30 to 65. That's my subscriber base, okay? So what can we do to connect to these younger kids and get them to do other shit and see the things that we're seeing? So they're pretty much lost out here in this world, and they don't have a lot of options. So you got to kind of like pick them up a little bit. And going to war is not one of those ways to help pick them up. So let's continue.
TJ, go ahead and hold it down for us. Hold it down? Bro, I'm logistics. What are you talking about? They gonna throw me front line with a gun. I'm finna start shooting.
And somebody in the White House needs to take Trump and sit his the fuck down. Life already hard, then we gotta worry about this bull.
You feel him? Hey, you don't feel him? You know what I'm saying? Look, this man is going off. I'm gonna play it back. Do y'all not feel his, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man is serious. Life is already hard for a lot of y'all. Some of y'all watching me now, life is kicking y'all in the ass, you know what I'm saying? So everybody tired. I don't give a fuck what walk of life or wherever you come at in life. Everybody tired of doing with the same shit, serving this goddamn system. People are tired. That's why y'all investing. That's why y'all want to get rich. That's why y'all want to make money. Some of you motherfuckers want to copy and depend on me. And then y'all, when y'all not getting y'all way, y'all want to say, hey, my shit trash. But to each his own. Y'all motherfuckers is desperate out here. Okay? Y'all are desperate. And this man right here done hit his peak. You get what I'm saying? So let's continue.
I'm logistics. What are you talking about? They gonna throw me front line with a gun. I'm finna start shooting.
And somebody in the White House needs to take Trump and sit his the fuck down. Life already hard, then we gotta worry about this bull. Ever since you stepped foot in the White House, you ain't did nothing but cause chaos. I'm not getting out there and fighting nobody. I'm on Iran's side. I'm on their side of the U.S. I don't give a damn.
Since we're getting bombed, I might as well just confess this. I was in an 8-month-long situationship. Thought I could make her my wife. Her body count was well over 50. After 3 months of trying to make it work, she left me to go catch some more bodies and date a girl. Came back. I took her back. Tried to make it work again. Yeah, Iran.
All right, we're gonna move on. That ain't had nothing to do with nothing, whatever he's talking about. But B Rush, you said, I see you moved away from the prison pose. Now you're moved to Malcolm X. That's what they saying. I'm giving the Malcolm X. It's giving Malcolm X. So Hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully that's I take that as a compliment. Law Docs, Excalibur. Shout out to everybody joining. Let's go on to the next, because I want to get to the markets. We're going to get to the markets. For whatever reason, people think I just cover, I just want to do charts all day. Man, I'm burnt out on charts, but that's what I do every day. The next thing I want to pull up is the history. I want to talk about the history. They got a video that I want to watch covering the history between Iran and the U.S., okay? So they got a long, deep history between each other. And y'all tell me in the chats, what do y'all know about the history between the U.S. and Iran? Especially you, Law Docs, since you know everything. I'm just joking with you too, but since you know everything, what you know about the history between the U.S. and Iran? Well, we're about to cover it here in a minute. Let's go ahead and cover this. And we're going to get through this, and then we're going to come directly to the charts. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Let's go ahead and continue.
The United States and Iran have one of the world's most complicated and controversial relationships. The United States is the world's most preeminent superpower with a population of more than 320 million, while Iran is a major power in her own right, with a population of more than 80 million. These countries represent 4% and 1% of the living human population. And for the past 41 years, they've had absolutely zero diplomatic relations and have come close to the brink of total war on more than one occasion. At the beginning of 2020, war between the two sides seemed almost inevitable. The United States assassinated an Iranian major general in a drone strike, and Iran retaliated by initiating artillery strikes against American military bases across Iraq. Had a war broken out from there, it had the potential to become the biggest conflict in human history since the Second World War. This time, that fate was thankfully avoided. But in order to understand how it got so close and why it could still happen during another crisis in the future, you've got to understand the entire history of the conflict between America and Iran so far. And that story begins back before the start of World War II. At the beginning of the 20th century, oil was first discovered within the deserts of Iran by the British. As more and more of these discoveries were made, it was revealed that Iran in fact contained the fourth largest proven reserves of oil anywhere on the planet, and that the country was an undiscovered and unrealized energy superpower.
So Iran did not know they had oil until the British came along and discovered oil reserves. So they was sitting on a gold mine. Hey, they probably already knew about it, but they didn't have the machinery and the things that was required of it. This is all kind of like recent history. It's old history, but it's still kind of like, it wasn't like hundreds of years ago. This shit is kind of still recent. So it's 2025, you know what I'm saying? We not really that far from all of this, but let's go ahead and continue.
The only problem for the British, of course, was that these discoveries were located within Iran, and Iran wasn't within Britain's vast colonial empire that already spanned a quarter of the globe. Not too worried about that pesky little detail, Britain negotiated a deal with Iran to share in the massive profits that were bound to come from the extraction of all this oil. They created the jointly owned Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, but it wasn't exactly set up very fairly. Iran, the country where all of this oil was actually located, was only entitled to 16% of the company's profits, whereas the other 84% of profits were going directly to the British. By the start of the Second World War, the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company grew to control all of Iran's oil and had grown to become the largest company in the entire British Empire. But this massively valuable asset was coming under threats. Discontent at the company's unfair terms was growing within Iran itself, while at the same time in 1941, Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union and opened up the largest military front line ever seen in human history. Iran stood geographically at the Soviet Union's southern flank, and their intentions were considered suspect by both the British and the Soviets. Despite having declared neutrality at the onset of the war, Iran's ruling Shah, or emperor, was widely considered by the Allies to be too friendly friendly towards the Nazis. If Iran were to have cooperated with the Axis, it could have opened up another southern front for the Soviets to deal with that would have diverted vital troops away from the critical Eastern Front. It could have jeopardized the Soviet Union's own oil fields in the Caucasus right on Iran's doorstep, and it would have potentially placed Britain's largest oil company in the hands of the Nazis. So in order to prevent any of that from happening, and in order to ensure that Iran could be used as a transportation corridor to get vital supplies into the Soviet Union, neutral Iran was invaded by both the Soviets and the British. Vastly outnumbered and far behind in technology, Iran never stood a chance and surrendered within just a week. The old, troublesome Shah was overthrown and replaced by the invaders with his much younger 21-year-old son, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, whom the Allies felt would be far less capable of acting against their interests. Iran was effectively occupied for the entire Second World War by the Allies, which eventually saw the deployment of more than 30,000 Americans and the transportation of nearly 1/3 of all the supplies that America sent to the Soviet Union. After the war ended, the Allies left and ended their occupation, but the unfair terms that the British had established in regards to Iran's oil came back into question. By the early 1950s, Britain was still taking home the majority of Iran's oil profits, while the conditions for Iranian oil workers and their families remained terrible. At the same time, the British were also withholding all of the company's financial records from the Iranians, and had refused all of their requests at being audited. The support for nationalizing the company within Iran was getting overwhelmingly massive, and by 1951, Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh, with unanimous approval from the Iranian parliament, finally did so. Britain responded to this by immediately embargoing all Iranian oil, and then 2 years later, in 1953, Britain's MI6 and America's CIA organized a military coup within the country to overthrow Mossadegh's government.
So we can go all the way back to 1953. America has been infiltrating, and the British have been infiltrating Iran, and Iran can't catch a break from the West. You know what I'm saying? They cannot catch a break. Lenny, to the moon. Click the link in the description if you want to sign up to the Patreon. Go ahead and do that. Lenny, you said we sold them weapons and used the money to fund the Contras in Nicaragua in the 80s and to pay for the release of hostages held in Lebanon. Yeah, man, the history is deep, man. The history is deep. But this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, Iran just keep getting screwed. You know what I'm saying? They trying to rise as a nation. They are resource rich. And the West is doing everything to stifle their development. Now, obtaining a nuclear weapon, I leave that for y'all to debate, because I feel like every nation, it's their right to defend themselves. So let's continue.
As many as 300 Iranians were killed during the coup. Mossadegh himself was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life, while the Shah was elevated to being essentially an authoritarian dictator within the country. Having had his position installed and guaranteed by Western powers twice now, the Shah became widely viewed in Iran as little more than a Western puppet. And as the Cold War developed out of the ashes of the Second World War, Iran's strategic location at the Soviet Union's southern flank, her vast strategic reserves of oil, and her authoritarian leader who owed his position and loyalty to the West, made Iran a natural and valuable ally of the United States for the very first time. The Shah pursued a staunchly pro-American and pro-Israel foreign policy, and for decades, Iran became one of America's most important Cold War-era allies. But over the decades, the Shah's policies and cozy relations with the West alienated much of his home base support. He ran a vast network of secret police within the country who arrested thousands of political opponents, and many more, like Ayatollah Khamenei, were exiled. Widespread torture of political dissidents in prison was reported. He outlawed the Iranian Communist Party. He continued friendly relations with both America and Israel, despite nearly none of the rest of the Islamic world even recognizing Israel, while he carried out a domestic policy of modernization, secularism, and the enfranchisement of women. All of these policies combined alienated Iran's leftists, the working class, and the hardcore Shiite Muslim conservatives and clergy, and by the late 1970s, Iran's long-standing political unrest had transformed into full-scale revolution. A movie theater was set on fire in Abadan that killed at least 420 people, with the Shah's regime blaming Marxist and Islamist insurgents, while many of the protesters felt like it was more likely the Shah's own secret police. The following month, protesters gathered in the capital Tehran's main square, and the Shah's army opened fire on them indiscriminately, killing and wounding hundreds more. More than 5 million Iranians took to the streets demanding the Shah's abdication, and after defections from his army became rampant, Mohammad Pahlavi realized that his position was impossible to maintain, and he fled the country in exile in early 1979. The new radical Shiite Islamist government that replaced the Shah's regime immediately abolished the monarchy and invited Ayatollah Khamenei back to the country after 15 years of exile to become Iran's new supreme leader, and the modern Islamic Republic of Iran was born. And this new Iranian regime was radically different from the one that it preceded. It was a totalitarian Shiite theocracy that was staunchly opposed to the United States and Israel, and mass executions and purges of political opponents and members of the former regime were almost immediately carried out. To the United States and the rest of the world, Iran's Islamic Revolution came as an enormous shock. Almost overnight, Iran had flipped from being one of America's most important Middle Eastern allies to her greatest Middle Eastern enemy. After the Shah was overthrown, the United States welcomed him into their country for a cancer treatment operation, and the new Iran demanded that he be extradited back to stand trial for the crimes that he had committed throughout his reign against the Iranian people. Knowing that his return would mean a certain execution, the United States rejected all of Iran's demands, but that did little to dissuade Iran's revolutionary paranoia. Since the Shah was actively inside America, and since Western powers had already initiated 2 previous coups in the past to install him over the will of the Iranian people, the paranoia was widespread that America and the CIA could be plotting yet another 3rd coup attempt from within their embassy inside Tehran. And so, in November of 1979, thousands of Iranian revolutionaries and students stormed the American embassy and took 52 American diplomats and civilians as hostages. America eventually sent the Shah away to Egypt, while the Carter administration worked for months to secure the hostages' release. But when diplomacy went nowhere, Carter authorized a raid by the United States Army Rangers in April of 1980 to attempt a rescue operation. But the raid turned into a disaster. Codenamed Operation Eagle Claw, a helicopter crashed into a transport plane before any contact with the Iranians was even made, and 8 American soldiers lost their lives.
All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. But the history between Iran and the United States runs deep. I didn't realize everything that was going on with them because I'm sitting here studying the history of it. Very deep history, even up to this day, and it never really even I'm talking about lives lost on both sides. It never really escalated to World War III. It's like we're kind of like beating around the bush to that next level of full-blown warfare. But let's go ahead and come to the markets. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. I don't want to hold y'all too long tonight. Pull it up. Let's come look at oil. We're gonna look at XRP and crypto here in a minute. But I was just looking at oil, and we gapped open like I said we would, pretty much. So we just began a new week. Oil is currently trading live right now. The market just opened. And right now it's retracing down. It gapped open. So for example, it closed right here. See where my cursor is? It closed right there. Let me bring myself up on the camera. Okay. It closed right here. So we opened last week, traded down, we closed. We created a volume imbalance. I talked about this earlier in the live streams. I told y'all earlier what I wanted to see. Here goes the volume imbalance right here. I'm gonna highlight that. And we're currently trading down lower. So I'm bullish on oil. Let me let's go down to the daily time frame. This is a weekly SIBI. And what I mean by gapping open, let's go down to the 15-minute time. No, the hourly time frame. Let's go down to the hourly. And you can clearly see the gap right there in price. So oil on Friday closed right here. So I'm gonna highlight that. I'm gonna use a trend line. I'm gonna highlight that. And this is for the people that must see me trade or whatnot. I don't know what y'all, I cover everything. I'm going to take the closing price from Friday. I'm going to highlight it with a trend line. And this is the futures contract for oil. So this is oil futures, okay? So don't get it confused. This is oil futures. You can speculate on this and pretty much bet on the oil market, depending on, what the sentiment is. So we closed right here. We opened up right here. So that created a gap in price. And right now we're trading down inside of that gap. So the opening price just began the week right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take a Fibonacci. I'm going to take the Fibonacci from the bottom, Friday's close, to Sunday's open right there. Okay. So boom, that's the gap we're currently trading inside of. And we also got a weekly fair value gap right here. So I want to see us trade down lower. Let me get down to the 15 minutes. Go down to a 15 minute. Okay. Trading down lower. We just recently traded into a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Currently hanging out inside of a new week opening gap. That's what it's called. New week opening gap. SIBI, is it random? How the bodies of the candles trade up into that. Use it as resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's showing weakness. So what I want to do is, let me see if I can log in right quick into my paper trading, because I don't trade oil. Let's log in. Okay, logged into oil. And I want to see what it looks like when I put a trade on. So I'm just going to do a random limit order right there. Okay, I got a limit order on. Let's drop down to a 5 minute. 5 minute time frame. It is currently 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are in a macro. It is currently a macro. Let me go down to the 1 minute. On a 1 minute time frame, we got a SIBI right there. I'm gonna drop it right there. Boom, right there. Activate it. Now I'm triggered in. So this is for the people that must see this live. You know what I'm saying? Just must see it live. So what I'm looking at right there is this SIBI right here. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency right there. I don't normally trade on Sundays, so this is just for examples of what it looks like what live trading looks like. So I'm not taking this serious. I haven't even done a full analysis on oil, so don't take this serious. I just pretty much want to highlight what it looks like, the fluctuation in betting on oil. Look over here to the right here. Let's go to the CME right quick. Let's go to the CME and let's get every tick for oil. CME group. And I want to get the price fluctuation. I want to go to markets. And I want to go to energy. And what I want to look at is crude oil, CLQ. CLQ right here. This is the contract, futures contract for crude oil. Let's go to specs. And right here, let's see. So every 0.01, so every penny move in oil, check it out. Oil is not a game. For every penny move in oil, okay, that is $10. You see that? So every time oil ticks a penny, that is $10, whether profit in profit or in the red. So every tick or every penny move in oil, that is $10. So let's come back over to the oil contract. And let me count right quick from entry to where currently price is. Let me take a ruler from entry to about right here. That is about 16 pennies. And you can see price going against me. I'm just using this as reference. I am bearish on oil right now, but I'm bullish for the week. Let's go out to the 15 minute. Very volatile, very volatile. So I'm gonna cancel that right there. What I wanna do is I wanna see us come up again right there. I'm gonna put a market order on. Boom, right there. Market order. I'm gonna put my stop loss up here. So that's, let me see how many, I'm gonna profit at or calculate that here in a minute. And I wanna see my, let's see, I wanna see us come down, trade down to this. Now, does it happen tonight? Probably not, but I'm just using this as an example of what live trading looks like for the people that must see me trade or want to learn how to trade. I'm sitting here trying to show y'all what trading looks like. So hopefully y'all are learning. Press 1 if y'all are learning. You know what I'm saying? Press 1 if y'all are understanding what I'm doing. Cause we got some clear assholes that like to come in here and like have their way. But no, you're gonna pay me to have your way. If you come in here demanding shit, you're gonna definitely have to pay me to have your way. You better be lucky I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful. Now this is just a demo. This is not nothing serious. And I don't even trade on Sunday. So when it's Sunday, let's look at the economic calendar, for example. Let's look at the economic calendar to see what's on the calendar for the week. This is the last week. We got one more week after this, but this is technically the last week of June. July starts next Tuesday. And to finalize the week right here, we have FOMC meetings. We got PMI news releases. We got Jerome Powell speaking on Wednesday. So anytime Jerome Powell speaks, he has a direct impact on the markets. He is the chairman of the Federal Reserve, so he has direct impact on the markets. Thursday, we just got a lot of news this week. We got some medium impact news and we got some high impact news mixed in between. So it's gonna be it's the last week of the month. So I'm keeping my expectations low. Like, I'm just going to expect a volatile week. And then also, we don't know what's coming in the coming week with the war scenario going on over there in the Middle East. So we got to be on the lookout for that. Okay. So I'm going to come back to this in a minute. This is just a demo example, not real live trading. It's just a demo. Okay. So now let's come over here and look at the dollar. The dollar just opened up. I'm still bearish on the dollar, but we just gapped open higher. This is a weekly time frame. And if we go back higher, let's zoom out to the monthly. Okay, so far this month, we traded down, took out the sell side liquidity. I'm bearish on the dollar. My expectations is let's get through this week and let's get into July. That's going to give me a better reading on price. But overall, price is in a sell model, market maker sell model, and I'm anticipating price to come even lower. Okay, we have a 6-month fair value gap. I mean, a 6-month order block that I want to show y'all. 6-month order block. So, for example, this candle down here, boom, right there. That's a 6-month order block, right there. And we're currently trading down inside of this 6-month fair value gap. My bad, I was messing up. That's a 5-month, 6-month right here. 6-month order block right there, okay? And we're trading down inside a 5-month order fair value gap. But I want to see the dollar come down lower. That's going to be a risk-on environment for other asset classes. I want to see the dollar trade down lower. I'm going to expect assets to go higher, like oil, gold, stock market, and crypto is still kind of being manipulated, especially like tokens like XRP. So let me pull up XRP. Let me see right quick. Pull up XRP. And if y'all was watching the live stream earlier, I was showing you live price action. Let me pull this up. This was from today. This was the Sunday's trading from the morning session, the lunch hour, and the afternoon session, and then after hours. And now we're currently in Asia. We just began the new week of trading. And if we just highlight, for example, the AM session where you see the morning session from today, we highlight that high right there. That's buy side liquidity. Okay. And then we highlight the low from the morning session. That's sell side liquidity. So once we ended the morning session, we crossed over into lunch and we pretty much consolidated around. And then we crossed over into the afternoon session. As soon as we get into the afternoon session, we trade up higher. We take out the lunch hour high. That's buy side liquidity. After every session, you want to identify the previous session high and lows. We take out that high right there, okay? On lower time frames, you can go down and zoom down to lower time frames and trade that. You can find trading opportunities below that. And I've shown that many times. You could have shorted that down to sell side liquidity right here from the AM session. You could have shorted that. And then you could have purchased it back, okay? and then roll the price up higher. And is it random that price eventually comes up and take out the morning session? You see that high right there? Well, look at currently. Is that random or not? That price will go directly to that level and then start to reverse and break down. I don't think that's random at all. Do y'all think that's random? Because I don't. So we got people here talking about my channel is whack, but hey, I don't have to be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be on YouTube. I do this shit in my sleep to the point where it's boring. It gets boring sometimes. I have to like touch grass and talk about other shit, but I can do this all day. I can call the market all day on levels that y'all haven't even seen before. So I'm being, that's not even bragging. That's just being confident because I put the work in. But some of you motherfuckers want it easy. Y'all want me to just give y'all the handout, and that ain't always. No, I'm gonna make you work for it, or you just gonna have to pay me to get the access to it. But let's just show in a trade example. Let's just hypothetically say, okay, this is a 5-minute time frame. You don't necessarily have to drop down the lower time frames. You could just be you can use many things in this. For example, what is this right here? Y'all see that in the chat? What is that right there? Also, what is this right here? There's many of them. Also, what is this right here? Whatever y'all see, y'all let me know in the chat. What is this right here? Okay. I can use dozens of things to get long in price. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. So for example, I'm gonna highlight this right here. That's a 5-minute BTC, which stands for 5-minute fair value gap. Okay. 5-minute fair value gap. You can see how price displays higher and then trades down into this gap. That gives you another opportunity to get long and hold for the AM session highs. Okay. Or check it out, somewhere down here in this region down here below the sell side liquidity, I guarantee there's an opportunity to get in there and snipe that. So let's go down to a 1 minute. Let's go down to a 1 minute. See below the sell side liquidity. Let's go down to a 15-second. Go down to a 15-second. So on a 15-second time frame, this time frame takes 15 seconds. Every candle takes 15 seconds to complete. So you can see us trade down below sell side liquidity, and then we displace higher. In that function of displacing higher, which is algorithmic, you can use several things. You can use this down close candle right here. That's an order block. The opening price of that candle. You can use that for an entry point. Me personally, I would not like that. I would prefer this right here, this BTC right here. And all of this, how am I determining all this? By the higher time frame, understanding what the higher time frame is doing. So look at that BTC right there, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Okay, I would prefer that, but it didn't come down to that. Or if it doesn't come down to that, you can use the order block, and price eventually displaces higher. And let's just say you missed all that. There's dozens of opportunities all day, every day. Boom, look at that. What is that in the chat? Y'all tell me what that is in the chat. So this shit repeats all day, every day. And I don't have to prove myself to nobody. I know this. I actually could be keeping this to myself. So when I want to come on my channel and have a little fun, I don't need motherfuckers coming here hating. So boom, price trades down to the BTC. The top of the fair value gap, that's a guaranteed entry. Yes, and volume balance. Shout out to you, Daryl. I remember I taught you that, Daryl, and you was one of the first ones that asked about that. And you caught on very quick. So that volume balance plus BTC, you add both of them. Price trades down into that, gives you an opportunity, set your limit order, boom, displacement higher. So let's see right quick. You look at that low resistance, not a high resistance liquidity run, low resistance liquidity run. So let's set a long position tool. Say if we get long right there, we place our entry right there. We're gonna have an ultra tight stop loss to the point where it's not even like, it's almost scary how tight the stop loss is. Okay, so we're risking on this trade 0.11%. Okay, that's nothing. That's not even a percentage. So you already know my rules that I always tell y'all: don't risk no more than 1 or 2% per trade. But on this trade right here, we would hypothetically be risking 0.11%. Okay, nothing, pennies. Okay, and then boom, sniping right there at the top of the fair value gap gives you an entry. And guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna hold for the AM session high, which that's where the liquidity is. And we're gonna just do a risk to reward of what that looks like. I'm gonna remove that right there. That's the high from the lunch hour. And then we're going to go all the way up to this high right here. Boom. Above price. Okay. The risk to reward on that is, let me see. What is it? That's a 45 to 1 risk to reward. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell y'all. That's a return of 5.19%. That is 1,001 ticks. That's 1,000 ticks. Okay. Now, if I come over to the CME and we go look at the futures contract, and we're just going to hypothetically say, oh, this is XRP futures. Okay. But it's not. That's the real full contract. Let me zoom out right quick. No, I'm going to talk my shit, Law Docs. I ain't worried about it, but motherfuckers going through it on Sunday. Motherfucker go to church. Don't come in my shit with your problems. Go to church if you got problems, okay? Don't come in other people's houses with your issues. Just go to church. What I want to look at is cryptocurrency. I want to go to XRP. Let me see right quick. I'm looking for the right here. XRP futures. And let's just say this is the granddaddy of them all, the XRP futures contract. And it's not the micro. I want to look at specs. And I want to look at fluctuations. I know Law Docs. I just want to show people routinely how to do that, how to do this. So every tick for XRP is $5, okay? $5. Every 5 ticks, that's $25. And let's just hypothetically say you know what you're doing, you know how to trade. Okay, now y'all do the math. Y'all whip y'all calculators out. The first thing I want y'all to calculate is the risk, because we need to know how much we're risking on this trade, okay? We need to know how much we're risking. So the risk is 0.11%. 0.11%. So let's just say you have $25,000, okay? That's how much equity you have. We're risking our equity is $25,000. Our rules are we're not gonna risk no more than 1% per trade, but on this particular trade, it is 0.11%. So you're gonna multiply 25,000 times 0.11%. And y'all tell me in the chat how much are you risking on the trade. And this might fuck some of y'all head up. And I really keep this shit to myself. I just like to get on YouTube and be entertaining. There you go, Daryl. Shout out to you. $27.50. $27.50. Now, with that being said, we know how much we're risking. Ultra tight stop loss. You know, like I said, pennies. We're not risking shit on the trade. So if we working with $25,000 and we take a stop out of $25, that's not hurting us at all. Like, we can eat that. We can actually jump back in if it stops us out. But our profit is 1,001 ticks. Okay, you can just round it off to 1,000 ticks. And y'all in the comments tell me what it is. That's 1,000 ticks. So we're gonna take $5 times 1,000 ticks. And y'all tell me in the chat, what's the risk to reward on that trade? And I already told y'all it's a 45 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Boom, 5K. There you go, Law Docs. And you did this all in one day. And you was willing to risk $27. So I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I do this all day. You know what I'm saying? I actually, I should be charging more. I should be charging more for this. I ain't gonna lie. Why am I on the internet doing this? I could be charging more for this right here, doing one-on-one coachings. But look at the risk, and I'm using pure technical analysis. I'm not doing anything else. We're covering if this was the futures contract. So we're taking a risk, 0.11%, $27 for a reward of $5,000. And it's a Sunday. So you pretty much made you made double. Some people, first of all, some people don't make that in a month, okay? Their employer doesn't pay them $5,000 per month. So to go out there and do it on a Sunday evening and you make your monthly salary in one day, I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? I should be just keeping all this to myself. And that's what it looks like. As I zoom out to higher time frames, what I did was I took y'all down to a 15-second time frame. Price is fractal. So the lower you go, the more fractal price becomes, okay? And more opportunities present itself, okay? which I don't think some of y'all might scratch your head at that. Y'all, you might not know where I'm coming from. And then even on the sell-off, y'all don't think on this sell-off right here, after going up there, after taking profit, okay, 15-second time frame, price breaks down and displaces, breaks this low right here. That's a shift in market structure. And then let me highlight something for y'all. Boom. What is this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. This shit I can do all day, and this is the secret sauce that motherfuckers wish they had. But you got to put in that time. You got to put in that work. So boom, what is that in the chat? What is that right there? It's a 15-second time frame. And I could just show you how you can eat all day off of these markets. I can show you how you can eat all day off these markets. Okay? Y'all tell me in the chat, what is that? And if y'all interested in learning how to do this, sign up for the Patreon. Signal service going live very soon. Okay? Signal service is going live very soon. I'm aiming for the beginning of the month. But that is a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Let's look at where we could potentially trade down to, or we probably already have. And what I'm doing right now, this is called back testing. This is how you get better at trading, okay? This is how you get better at trading. So y'all tell me in the chat, what is this right here? This is a 15-minute time frame. What is this right here? Or if you don't want to trade down there, what is this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat, what is that? Y'all participate. If you don't know, sit back and pay attention. There you go, Daryl. It's a 15-minute BTC. And I'm going to show you how you could just scalp that all day. Boom. Like, just run it up. Like, it's like a machine gun. It's like a money printer. You know what I'm saying? Just all day. All day. And we trade it down into that. Now, if we trade below that, I'm going to look for it to come down to this one and inside of this 1 hour SIBI right there. But after taking profit up there, 5K, go back down to the 15-second time frame. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even see that on the 15-minute time frame. That's what I'm talking about. You can't even see this right here on the 15-minute time frame. You have to go down to ultra quick time frames, high frequency trading. I've gone over that before. Do I talk about it all the time? No. Why should I? I can keep that to myself. High frequency trading. Most people don't even understand it. Can't even fathom it. Where price is trading at lightning speeds, institutions, and smart money. They are putting the money to work at the speed of light. How many times have I talked about that? Where money is being put to work at the speed of light. And some of you motherfuckers can't comprehend it. Y'all can't keep up with it. And I've shown this all the time. So whenever I want to have a little fun, it's a problem. I'm not mad, y'all. Let me cook. Let me cook. So boom, right there. That's another trade setup. Going short after going long. So you could do this all day, every day. Trade up and down, okay? You could be buying, you could be selling. You can be buying and you could be selling. So for example, SIBI, this is our entry, our stop loss right here. Another tight stop loss. This stop loss is tighter. Now let's do the math on this one. You're risking, how many ticks? 13 ticks. 13 ticks, okay? You're risking 13 ticks. So every tick on the XRP futures contract is $5. On this trade right here, you're risking 13 ticks. So you have equity of $25,000. Y'all tell me in the chat how much you're risking. 25,000 times 0.06%. That's the math. 0.06%. That's your risk. Y'all tell me in the chat how much is that? How much is that right there? There you go, Daryl. $15. $15 on this personal trade, and you're working with 25,000 equity. You already banked 25,000. I mean, you already banked $5,000 earlier in the day, and then after taking out buy side liquidity, I'm playing. After taking out buy side liquidity where old highs are, pending orders. Price breaks down and starts to sell off. That's a reversal. That's not consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. All day, every day. I could do this all day, every day. I see these candles in my sleep, and I can call the market in my sleep. Y'all haven't seen that one yet. I can do it in my sleep. So price breaks down, and it offers you one opportunity. It gives you two times to be able to enter. You got to be fast because this is on a 15-second time frame. And our take profit, because we're scalping, is going to be at that 15-minute fair value gap in purple below the market. Boom. You can see how price eventually traded down there. So what's your take profit? That is how many ticks? That is 179 ticks. So y'all do the math. 5 times 179, that gives you your profit because every tick is $5. So 5 times 179. 5 times 179. So you're risking $15 for a reward of what? Y'all tell me in the comments. You're risking $5 for a reward of what? Yeah, shout out to you, Scott. They gotta turn me up. Sometimes people gotta turn me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be trying to give all the time. You know what I'm saying? Now notice, if you notice, I'm not concerned. Like most people all day, they piss me off. They piss me off all the time. But I'll be trying to work with people. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to be cool and be cordial. But motherfuckers always complaining or the price this, you know, oh, we waiting. No, learn this goddamn skill set. I've been trying to tell y'all forever. Learn this damn skill set. Because if you notice, I'm not concerned if XRP is going higher. I'm not concerned if it's going lower. I don't give a damn because you can make money on both sides of the market. And all you got to do is learn the skill set and learn how to do it. You could be making money on both sides of the market. I don't give a damn about it selling off. I could care less. That's going to be more profit and more money in my pockets to where I can go buy the underlying asset. But your take profit down here will be $895. If you hold on for it a little longer, you can gain a little bit more. It looks like XRP is going to sell off. On the higher time frames, I'm bearish on XRP. So I'm going to eventually want to see XRP to come down here to the 15-minute fair value gap right here, the top of it at least. And if you do the math, that will be another return. That'll be 287 ticks. All you got to do is do 5 times 287. That gives you your profit, and that is $1,400, $1,435. So if you combine $5,000 from earlier plus $1,435, I mean, shit, you're just killing it all day, every day. You don't even have to wake. You don't even have to do nothing else for the week. You could just roll out of bed and enjoy your fucking week because you probably made your monthly expenses in one day. If motherfuckers want to talk shit, talking about my channel is trash because I like to cover everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm mainly going to talk about this. And look at price right now being very low resistance. Market profile, low resistance, liquidity run. Look at this SIBI. If we just zoom in on price right here, price just formed a SIBI. Keep in mind the higher time frame fair value gap. But we traded up into that. Did we, let me see right quick. Let's zoom in. The high of this candle is 20058, 20058. So these two candles created the same high. And in this candle right here, these 3 candles had the same high. Okay. So let me see right quick. Price is running off right now. So we're definitely going to sell off and we're going lower. So, hey, I'm sitting here showing y'all how to get to this paper, get to this money if you learn this skill set. Daryl, yes, they're bringing their fatigue and frustration in here and they're dependent. They're dependent. That's exactly what's going on. Appreciate it, Scott. No, it's an honor for you to be here and for the shout out to the people that like to actually learn. Because at the end of the day, this is an educational channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this to educate people. We like to have fun here and there, but mainly this is education. You know what I'm saying? Like for the people that really want to learn this. But when I do this, motherfuckers don't want to stick around. That's the crazy part. Motherfuckers don't want to stick around when I'm sitting here doing this, actually analyzing the market. Some people that are into this, yeah, they want to do it. But for the most part, people don't have time. Oh, I don't have time. Motherfucker, you got to make time for anything you do in life. Let me chill out. I know I got kids watching, so I apologize if I'm cursing too much. But you got to make time for whatever you want to do in life. You get what I'm saying? You got to make time to learn anything. Like right now, I'm learning how to code. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to learn coding. So that shit is hard too. So shout out to y'all people that are in IT and know how to code. And I find that very hard. I know these markets are coded. If you don't know, these markets are coded. They're running on a script. I have the mindset of, okay, I understand that, but okay, how can I learn how to code? So I'm taking the time to learn how to code. It's going to take me some time, but that's another skill set that I want to learn how to have. You know what I'm saying? That's a valuable skill set. And then when I go down the rabbit hole of people learning how to code, that shit is like, man, that shit is too advanced. It's very advanced for me. So I don't know about going all the way there. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm creating blockchains and machine learning, you know, that shit is very advanced. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the people that actually know how to do that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw anybody overboard. They come in here disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw you overboard. And you just go about your day. I don't know you, you don't know me. So, you know, to each his own. God bless you, you know what I'm saying? God bless you. So I don't mind hitting that block button. Because you coming into my world. Clearly, and bye shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in here trying to, like, you know, this is just entertainment for me, man. This is a hobby. When I got on YouTube, I didn't know how far I can go with this. So I'm just still messing around with it, to be honest, and it's actually fun. I encourage everybody to, like, find you a hobby and actually, especially if you have a skill that you can teach people, because I'm always on YouTube learning new shit all the time. Like, I'm not a know-it-all. I learn from other people all the time. So thank God for the internet. I can tell you this, if it weren't for the internet, I probably wouldn't be who I am today, because it's constant learning on the internet. So if we didn't have the internet, some of these skill sets, I would not know how to trade. I would not know how to do this if it was not for the internet. Let me zoom out right quick. Let's go out to the daily time frame. Let me hide some of this. Okay, let me go out to the weekly. Said I need a boss token. Nah, I don't need no tokens, man. I don't need no tokens, because motherfuckers looking to throw lawsuits at people all the time. So I'm not trying to be the one, oh, you rug pulled me. Nah, I ain't trying to do that. But if you're just joining, man, we just kicking it, man. Like, just covering different shit. Let me just go check out this oil trade. So look, the oil trade. Now look, price hasn't even done nothing. Okay, y'all watch me execute this live. It's the beginning of the week. Okay, I did a quick top-down analysis for oil. Every tick for oil is $10. God damn, it's expensive. So every tick. So if you look at oil, it's currently 75.62. So if it goes down to 75.61, that's 10 ticks. It just shot up. So I lost about $30 just quick, right quick. So boom, just like that. And you can see the fluctuation in price, and the entry point from 75.94 to 75.59 is already up $340. That's the power of fucking future trading. It ain't hard. It ain't rocket science. You just need to learn how to skill set. If I was to kill this trade right now, okay, most people don't make $350 in a day. Most people don't make $350 in a day, okay? A lot of people don't make that in a day. If I was to kill this trade right now, it'd be in profit. And that's just $350 in my pocket. I can add it to my equity. I could put it back to work, whatever, 360. So this is oil. This is me demonstrating live for y'all that y'all could be taking advantage of conflict in the Middle East right now by trading fucking oil, okay? 370. I'm not really looking at price. I'm mainly looking at candles. So let's go out to the weekly. Back on the weekly time frame, okay? I got a volume imbalance down here that I want to see price trade down into. Also, the ghost pool, that can be inverted. So you see this candle right here? This is from 2 weeks ago. You can use ghost pools as inversion ghost pools, like I use inversion fair value gaps. Well, we could use these as inversions, okay? So what I did was I took a Fibonacci from the closing price up to the high. And do you think it's random? You know, that's the famous quote. You know, I didn't realize I was saying it till everybody else was saying it. But do you think it's random that price traded down to the midway point of that inversion ghost pool? Okay. Now, does it use it as support? That's a key concern of mine. If I'm shorting this, I probably need to get out if it's going to use it as support and continue higher. But I want to see it come down to this volume imbalance down here below price. I'm going to want to see it come down to this volume imbalance in price. But right now, you can see it bouncing off the midway point of this inversion ghost pool, okay? What makes it an inversion? Price was trading higher, and then we opened up the new week, and now we're trading down and back down into the ghost pool. So we can use it as an inversion. Okay, so this is currently live technical analysis. Let's go back down to the what time frame was I on? Let's go back down to the 15-minute. 15-minute time frame. Got a live demo trade on. I can't trade live because that would be technically doing financial advice. If you don't know, go read the CFTC. Go read their disclaimers and whatnot. But this is live data as well. So I have the live data plan as well. So this is actual live price action. Futures trading. Oil futures. Okay. So we could be speculating on oil. To the moon, you said, I'm going to lean, brother. What's up, to the moon? Shout out to you. What you mean you going to lean, though? Law Docs, you said that's why you need a PMA, boss. What's a PMA? Update me on what that is, Law Docs. What's a PMA? Like I said, I don't know everything. You said private membership association. I got one, Law Docs. Sign up to the Patreon in my Discord. I got one. If y'all don't know, let me go ahead and bring it up because people keep asking about it and mentioning it and whatnot. I got one. That's the Patreon. Sign up to the Patreon over here. Come to my Patreon. The link is in the description below. You can sign up and be a member, a part of the members. I have beginner lessons. Okay, you could come in here and get beginner lessons. I believe it's over 20 something lessons in video format that you can come watch, so you can get the foundation and basics of trading. And then here coming live shortly, probably by the beginning of July, we have the signal service where you can actually go in there and trade real live capital. I will be providing what I believe are good entries, and I'm showing you right now. So if you think it's capped, we're going to be trading. I'm going to include oil futures inside of these tiers. Okay, we're going to include oil futures. And right now, as we come over here and look at oil, boom, look at oil selling off. This is a live trade. Okay, live demo trade. So right now, oil selling off. I put a contract on, and you can see it rolling over. I would have given the signal. This is how I would do the signals. I go up here to alert. So in TradingView, they got an alert button. You select alert. It says symbol. That's the contract, CL1. And I would go in here and send the message. And I will type in the message. It'll tell you, okay, I'm shorting. The market is in either a high risk condition, a low risk condition. I will give you the entry points, etc. And then I will create it. And that signal will go directly to the Discord. Okay, I already got it configured. So right now you can see this is the alert right here. As soon as price crosses that alert and it triggers it, that alert will be active. Boom, just like that. So down here in the bottom left hand side of my chart. So down here at the bottom left, y'all can't see it because I got my overlay up here. But that signal will be alerted and it goes directly to the Discord. And members that have signed up for the signal service You will get live alerts real time, and all you have to do is use your device, whether you're on a computer, a cell phone. You go, this is what you do. You're going to come over here. Well, you get the alert, and then you go to your TradingView app, and you're going to come over to the top left. And if I say, hey, sell this market, well, I'm selling the market. You just going to like, you want to pretty much copy what I'm doing. You're going to go in there. You're going to set a limit order. You're going to plug in your entry price. You're going to put in your stop loss. You're going to put in your take profit, and then you're going to set that order, and you're going to watch it take place. So that's simple. You know what I'm saying? Very simple. Very simple. So that goes live real soon. Okay. That goes live real soon. And then if you want to get all access to my tiers, so what you will get with the all access, you will get access to the signals. You will get access to the videos, the beginner videos, and you will get access to the community if you want the all access. So I got a little bit of something for everybody. You get what I'm saying? So y'all go check that out. The link is in the description below. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, Law Docs, I get you, Law Docs. So, Law Docs, what platform do you suggest then? Since you want me to go to the you want me to be in the dungeon, you want me to be underground with this, you want me to go all the way underground with it. Okay, so what do you consider? What, a private website, a paywall? You know what I'm saying? What you consider? What do you advise? Since you are my dark web individual. You are my dark web individual. I feel like you came from the dark web and you came above surface, and now you up here dwelling with us earthlings, since you're not from Earth neither. You know what I'm saying? You're not even from Earth, dark web. So look at this trade right here. Okay, what I'm doing right here, I'm going to roll my stop loss. If y'all don't know, you can, since you're in profit, you can reduce your risk off of this trade. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling my stop loss, and I'm going to roll it beneath my my entry. So if price decides to come back up against me, I'm going to get stopped out in profit, $50. So it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me at all. Law Dots, you said it's not underground. It gets set up under a private membership association. Then no one can say you get financial advice. So what private membership association are you referring to, Law Docs? That's all I'm asking. Like, which one? What are you referring to? What are you referring to? Just tell me what's the association. That's all you got to do. Just go ahead and mention it, because you're not in the Discord. See, if you was in the Discord, you can message me, but you're not in there. So until you get in there, you're just gonna have to tell me what you're trying to relate to me. You know, stop speaking in code and just talk to me. Stop speaking in code and just talk to me. That's all I'm trying to hear, man. Just talk to me. But oil selling off, showing y'all real leverage contract. Law Docs, you said you then can run it on a private Zoom. You set up, first of all, okay, Zoom, okay, I got you. Association, and call it what you want. No, Law Docs, you need to stay on task, okay? Hey, don't get beside yourself now. I like you, Law Docs. I need you to stay on task, because you're making mention of all this, and when I ask about it, now it's stay on task now, stay on task. No, you bringing this shit up, so I'm like, okay, you got to explain yourself for the uninformed out here on Earth. You got to explain what you're trying to say, okay? We're on task. I'm on task because I'm sitting here managing this trade. See how I can talk? How many of y'all can do this without having to like be distracted? First of all, y'all gotta get to the point where y'all can do this, okay? So I'm doing this because it's second nature for me. It's definitely second nature for me. Let me zoom out right quick. Let's go to the 15 minute. Gotta be careful because price can definitely spike up. It could definitely spike up because we're at that the midway point of that inversion ghost pool. Law Docs, you say Patreon wants address. Oh my God, man. Law Docs. Patreon wants addresses, and if you look at the terms and use, it says resident. Oh my God. So Law Docs, you completely off the grid. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who knows. You know, I don't want my address out there publicly. I don't want none of my personal information out there publicly. But if people gonna find you, what kind of life were you living to where you don't want your address to be seen by anybody? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, like, what kind of life were you living? What kind of life were you living? Are you in the CIA? Are you the feds? You worried about Patreon and Discord having your address. If you're a United States citizen, which you're not clearly, but you live in the United States, they're gonna have your address. People got your address. Yeah. Law Docs, I'm trying to have patience with you, man. I'm trying to have patience. I'm trying to have some patience. Night Owl, you said, Law, I can grab your IP if I wanted to. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, as I'm studying IT, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like, just being online. Like, first of all, YouTube is a surface level website. So I'm sure it's very easy for people to hack into your information or your IP address just by simply being on YouTube. So I'm sure it's not hard at all. You say your IP don't matter. It does matter because oh my God. But anyway. Law Docs, you interesting, man. You very interesting. Law Docs, where are you communicating from? Where are you currently residing? Law Docs, what state are you in? I'm not asking for your address. I'm not asking for where you stay. What state do you live in, Law Docs? Can you answer that, or is that too private? Is that too discreet? Is that giving up too much information? But not XRP, crude oil, y'all can see the contract that I currently got on, selling off, okay? Domiciled on Florida State. So you're in the Law Docs. Since you're domiciled in the Florida State, do you have a address? Do you have a residence? Or is that like, you know what I'm saying? Do you pay taxes? Are you renting, or are you paying a mortgage? See, I need to bring you on. I'm gonna get to the point where I can add some of y'all. I'm gonna let some of y'all start coming up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let some of y'all start coming up here. I was toying with it a few months ago, then I kind of got sidetracked. But I do want to have some of y'all on the network. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring some of y'all on, get y'all story, whatnot, and we can pretty much communicate. So I'll be looking forward to that. I had to set it up though. I had to put some time in and set up to where I get y'all on. No debts, state national, not a U.S. citizen. So Law Docs, let me ask you this. Why are you in the United States then? Why be in the United States then? And if you're not a citizen, you might want to be chilling out before somebody watching this works directly with the ICE, the Department of ICE or whatever. You might want to be careful, Law Docs. If you're not a citizen, you might want to. ICE is swooping up everybody everywhere. So I don't want to get you caught up, Law Docs. So definitely, I hope you're not on the run from ICE. You know what I'm saying? I definitely hope you're not on the run from ICE. I hope you're not on the run. Law Docs, I don't listen. Law Docs, let me tell you, I don't put nothing past nobody. Okay, I don't put nothing past nobody. People, I know people into all kind of shit. Just like what I'm showing you right now, this shit what I'm doing right now. That's why you come over here and watch what I'm doing. Most people have no idea the shit that I know about trading in markets. I know that this world right here is like, when I say I'm part of the 1% of traders in the world, And people might laugh at that because of my, the way I look. You know what I'm saying? It could be any kind of reasons. The way I look, the way I talk, the way I perceive myself or whatnot. People might write that off, okay? People might be like, man, what the hell this black dude know what he talking about? Like, he a 1% of traders in the world. Okay. But people take that for what you want. All I'm saying is, I don't put nothing past nobody in what they do in 2025. I don't put nothing past nobody. I know that people are in all kind of shit. So if you're saying what you're saying, I'm not writing you off. I'm just making this shit a little bit entertaining. So don't take what I'm saying serious at all. I know people into all kind of shit. Okay? I understand that. Like right now, people, here it is a Sunday. I'm showing you how to trade oil futures. Most people don't know how to do this. Hopefully you heard what I just said, Law Docs. Don't take it personal. I'm pretty much agreeing with you, Law Docs. You know what I'm saying? You on your sovereign shit, okay? Are you a Moor, Law Docs? Are you a Moorish? Are you Moorish? I know the Moors are into, you know what I'm saying? I know they're into their sovereignty shit, but are you Moorish? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. But if y'all just joining, man, smash that like button. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. As y'all can see, oil selling off. Oil selling off to start the week, but I'm bullish on oil. Now, how is oil selling off and at the same time I'm bullish? Make that make sense, okay? Make that make sense. How is oil selling off, but at the same time I'm bullish on oil? Make it make sense. And I got an actual live trade on this trade right now, showing y'all exactly where oil, or I want to see oil go. Okay, Law Docs. Hey, Law Docs, you got it. You got it. I'm gonna give it to you. You know what you're talking about, okay? We're gonna have to get you on the show. I'm gonna look forward to it the day we get that, okay? You got it. You got it, okay? You got it. Don't take nothing personal though. This is the internet. You can't take me serious. I can't take you serious. But you got it. And I'm not down. Like I'm saying, I don't doubt nothing what nobody's into, okay? This is the internet. People are into all kind of shit. This is the World Wide Web. You don't know who you're gonna run across on this internet. Okay, so you got it. Okay. You don't have to prove yourself to me, Law Docs. Do not prove yourself to this chat. Don't prove yourself to me. If you own your shit and you stand on that, shout out to you. Let's go out to the daily right quick. Let's go back out to the daily. And I'm looking at this. No, the weekly. Let's go out to the weekly. And on the weekly time frame for oil, I'm looking at this wick right here. Again, that inverted ghost pool. Right there. Boom. And we just traded down to that 50% level, and we're just kind of ranging. I want to see it come down lower to the volume imbalance. Oil pays pretty good. Oil pays pretty good. $10 per tick. You really only need let me see, how many ticks am I up right now? How many ticks am I up right now? Let's see. Let me take a sell tool. And I'm currently up 85 ticks. So you only really need 50 ticks. If you want to be like earning in meat, taking 50 ticks, you know what I'm saying? Like that's doing it. And you could be in and out the market. You don't have to really hold. If you want to just be in and out, paying yourself, earning real capital. Holding this long comes with experience, okay? You got to learn how to hold a position this long. but I'm aiming for it to come down even lower, and I want to aim for it to come down here. So it's okay if you was like trading and you see, okay, we up a significant amount of ticks, 50 or 100 ticks, or 20, 40, 50, 60 ticks. You can go ahead and pay yourself. So if I was to kill this trade right now, I'll be content with this, okay? I'll be content with this. But for demonstration purposes and educational purposes, I want to see it come down even lower and attack the top of the fair value gap. You said how much did I put in? Let me see right quick. Gabrielle, bullish or high on higher time frames, bearish on lower time frames? Yes. Shout out to you. Lenny, how much equity do you need to trade oil futures? Is there a minimum? Well, that depends on the broker. So for example, let's come over here. Let me go to a broker right quick. Let's go to Tradeovate, if they got it. Let's go to Tradeovate. And on Tradeovate, we're going to come to pricing. Let's view all in commission rates. That's not what I wanted to look at. So let's go back. Pricing. One second. Oh, here we go right here. View margins by market. So that's what I want to see. And then I want to go to, let's see. Scroll down. I'm trying to find oil. I thought they had an organized group. Energies right there. Search. So I'm trading CL crude oil. I'm going to select that. And they want you to deposit $1,000 the day trade oil on Tradeovate. This is one broker that I use, Tradeovate. A lot of y'all ask me all the time, what broker should I use? Here you go, right here. Here goes one of them. I use many brokers, but this is one broker. But they just require you to have 1,000 to trade day trading. But if you want to hold a position overnight, they don't have nothing yet. But $1,000 in a broker account to trade futures, okay? To trade this contract right here. They just require you to have $1K. $1,000. That's very doable for people that work and are able to save capital. So that's not a lot of capital initially. So right now we're retracing. Is it random that we trade down to this level right here, and now we reject that, and now price is starting to move, retrace back inside of the range? Is that random or not? And this, now we're at a critical level, because I want to see if, let's go out to the weekly. Go down to the daily. I'm trying to think right quick. Go down to the hourly. Okay, yeah, that's the new week opening gap that I'm highlighting. So is it random that price trades down to this 0.75 level? The new week opening gap is the closing price from Friday and the opening price on Sunday. This happens every week in the market. You want to highlight that and reference that if you're trading futures. So we trade down to the 0.75 level. That's not random that we poke it and then we retrace back inside of the range. And now we're pretty much at a critical point right now. And like I said, if you wanted to take profit and just be content with this, you can very well do so. Okay. Holding on to this, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Pay yourself in trading. We're retracing right now inside of the range, and I see a 15-minute SIBI right here. The higher time frame is more superior, so I'm gonna highlight that in the yellow. That's a 15-minute SIBI. Let's go down to the 5-minute, and I want to continue to stay bearish for oil. I'm just holding on to it. If I get stopped out, if price decides to come back against me and stop me out, it's going to come back and tag me out at $120. Okay. Night Owl, when you say how much money do you put in? When you're trading futures, you're trading equity. So it's however much you deposit into your broker. So let's say you start with 5,000, 10,000. Every trade, you're risking 1% or 2% of the entire equity. So Whatever your broker's risk requirement is, that's how much you're putting in. Okay, that's how much you're putting in. But other than that, man, I'm gonna keep this live. I'm gonna keep this trade going. Let's review price again one more time. If you're just joining, or you're late, or you just tune in kind of late, I gave some signals in the earlier live streams. Let me see. Let me look at XRP again. Stop loss modified. Hold on, what happened? Stop loss modified. Let's go to back to oil. Where's oil? Boom, right here. Okay, still on. Still on. But I did some signal. I gave some signals earlier. So one of my signals is DAG, Constellation. Yesterday I looked at DAG and Constellation. Very interesting token. They're working with the Department of Defense and the United States Air Force. It is currently trading at 3 pennies. I'm expecting it to come a little bit lower, down to 2 pennies and possibly 1 penny. But as it comes down into this range on the 3-month fair value gap, that's going to be a perfect opportunity for y'all to pull the trigger on Constellation. So that's one of my signals that I'm providing for y'all for free. And motherfuckers want to hate. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to come here and hate, talking about the value of my channel and this and that, whatnot. And here I am. I don't have to be doing this. I could be telling y'all when to pull the trigger, which I'm not giving financial advice. That's what I would be doing. And when I get off, I'm going to be looking to position myself. So DAG is something that I'm interested in. It is one of the top tokens because they're working directly with the military, and that's something to look at. Go to their website as well and do your research. XDC right now, Prime. Here I am giving value for free. Y'all not paying me for nothing. I'm giving y'all the value. Some people, when XDC broke out last quarter, they chased it all the way up to 15 cents. And they thought 15 cents was still at a great buy. But they don't know how price operates. And eventually, price broke back down, all the way back down to 5 cents. So from 15 cents down to 5 cents, back down to discount. And right now is a prime opportunity that I would potentially be pulling the trigger. We're trading inside this 3-month fair value gap. Anywhere inside of this range is an opportunity to pull the trigger. So, boom, that's the second signal that I'm giving to y'all, okay? Let's see, H-bar. Come over to H-bar. I got to pull it up 1 second. Okay, H-bar is my third signal that I'm providing for the community. You already know H-bar doing big things. It's at a prime opportunity right now. Also, just like XDC, trading down inside of the fair value gap, 3-month fair value gap, long-term time frame. As it hangs out down here inside of this range, that's a perfect opportunity for y'all to pull the trigger, snipe this market. It's at prime example. You know, it's currently trading at 13 cents. You can't beat that. Last quarter, the high was 40 cents. So coming off a high of 40 cents back down to 13 cents, you cannot beat that shit right there. H-bar doing big things. Can't wait for the digital age. It's going to be scary and exciting at the same time. So that's H-bar. Bitcoin kind of retracing right now on lower time frames. Go down to the weekly. And Bitcoin retracing. Still bullish on Bitcoin. I highlighted this fair value gap weeks ago. Okay. Highlighted that live weeks ago. You can see us trading down into that, which is a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. I would not be buying Bitcoin right now, but in the signal service, for example, if y'all want to sign up in the signal service, we're going to be trading micro and mini Bitcoin futures. Okay. So I'll be sending signals to be able to go in here and trade Bitcoin. So I would not be buying Bitcoin at $101,000, but we can damn sure be trading it, especially during the economic crisis when Bitcoin normally performs great. So we can provide signals for the Bitcoin futures contract. Let's see what else. Let me see right quick. Silver, I will be providing signals for silver. Silver breaking out. Gold still gonna be breaking out. We're gonna be doing signals for that, but that's not what I'm calling out right now. If y'all looking for an opportunity to buy anything right now, I would say DAG, H-bar, XDC. Those are two prime tokens to get right now. XLM, watching XLM real closely. It's kind of retracing right now. Let me see. Let's go down to the monthly. Retracing down right now. I want to see it come back down to this fair value gap highlighted in orange. And then we also got sell side liquidity below that low right there. So I'm gonna be looking for XLM to drop below 20 cents in the short term or in the near term. Okay. And then other than that, man, that's the market. I'm bearish on the dollar. Well, wait. Let me go down right quick. Let's go down to the weekly. Yeah, I'm bearish on the dollar. We're waiting for the first half of the year to close. Okay, we're waiting for the first half of the year to close, and we will here in 7 days we will cross over into the second half of the year. 7 days. So y'all be on the lookout for that. 7 days we got left in the first half of the year, and then we're gonna begin the third quarter. Keep an eye on the war narrative. Look at oil right now, retracing back inside of the range. I'm gonna keep this running for now. If it stops me out, it stops me out. I'll be stopped out in profit. It is what it is. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, sign up to the Patreon. The link is in the description below. And I will catch y'all on the next live stream. I appreciate y'all joining today. Y'all stay safe and be blessed. Take it easy. Peace out.